non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program. I know of multiple colleagues of mine that got physically injured.
That Jesus revealed herself. Can you say it, yes?
Timmy, why you do this to me? Please, Timmy. I'm afraid.
It's alive. It's moving. It's alive. Oh, it's alive. It's alive. It's alive. It's alive. In the name of God.
Welcome to the podcast.
Yo, what's up, man?
Welcome to the Cousins of the Crypt podcast. My name is Ever,
My name is Joey.
and we are excited to start this podcast, guys.
Heck yeah, man.
We got three stories for y'all today. That's what our podcast is gonna be about. We're gonna listen to some scary stories. Some people have sent these stories in.
Yep.
From all over the place. Some of us tell us where they're at, and we're just here to hear some good scary stories. You know,
Heck
we're
yeah,
two
man.
cousins
Yeah, too.
from the Crypt.
From the Crypt.
We love
man.
this stuff. We
Heck yeah.
live for the horror.
Love it.
And we have scary stories of our own.
Yeah.
But we love listening to others, and we're gonna get pretty spooky today.
Heck yeah. And also, once we're done with the stories, we're gonna always not review, but like
Do a
react
little
to
research.
them.
Do
Yeah,
a little research. React to them.
Yeah.
Cause there's some fakers out there. You
Yeah.
know who you are.
We can tell.
But no, for the most part, every story I think we take pretty serious,
Yeah, for sure.
because scariest thing
Yeah.
about a scary story is not knowing, right? Because
Yeah.
like you don't know.
Yeah.
I've told you things and you're like,
I don't know.
and then I've told you things and you're like, what?
Yeah. Are
You've
sure?
seen some things with me,
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, for sure.
So we give everybody full credibility until it's like, all right.
Yeah. And some people don't even believe it. But you know,
Oh, yeah.
that's why we make videos, so people eventually can believe it or don't believe it. You know.
Absolutely.
Stand
Absolutely.
believers,
Want to get into the first story?
but- Yeah, let's go ahead. We're gonna play it for y'all guys, and we're gonna mute our mic, but y'all will hear the story, and we'll react afterwards. So y'all enjoy the story. This is story number 1.
Scary story number 1, guys. Listen up.
I got a story to tell. It's gonna be an anonymous story, but this story happened in my family a long time ago. Um, it was a distant family member from my parents that encountered this weird, possibly ghost encounter. It was back in like 1970s ish, and an aunt and uncle from my parents stayed out in the country in Texas, and their house actually was known for multiple weird encounters. My mother's cousin, that was their child, always had a imaginary friend. It was a monkey, and my grandpa has strange encounters. My grandma has strange encounters in his house. But this story is about the husband and wife that live there. And this is what happened. So one evening, after a long day of work or something, husband went out to the bar to drink with his friends and let loose. They came back home, and it's kind of late. His wife was there waiting for him, and he gets to the kitchen. She asked if he was hungry. He said, yes, I'm hungry. He sits down on the table, and it was just a little small table, 2 chairs on each side. And the wife fixes him up to a plate and serves her husband there. He's being kind of drunk, and he goes, looks at her and says, hey, what's wrong with you? She goes, what do you mean? What's wrong? Is the food cold or? Oh, no, you're not going to serve my friend? And you see him sitting down right there. And she looks across the table. There's nobody there. She goes, honey, I don't see nobody. What are you talking about? She goes, she starts getting a little angry. Like, hey, like, just serve my friend. I mean, he's angry too. Come on. And the wife talks up that, hey, he's had too much to drink, obviously. Let me just put a piece of chicken and some rice on this plate, and I'm gonna serve this other empty chair. And she does that. She sits down on the plate. She was here, for your friend. And no one's sitting there. He says, thank you. So I asked for. And she proceeds to clean up something in the kitchen, and she hears her husband start to conversate with this invisible person here, I guess. And she goes to the other room to put some blankets in the closet or put something in the room. And she hears her husband stop talking. He got quiet. So she said, let me go check on him. And she makes her way back to the kitchen, and her husband just passed out of sleep on the chair. He's picked at his food. He's ate some of it. And she looked at the other plate across from him, and it is completely devoured. There was no more rice left on the plate. The chicken, the 2 pieces of chicken on the plate, and it's gone. There's just bones left. And she's kind of confused, like, what is, like, what? There's no way someone was here. This is getting crazy. So she wakes her husband up. He's like, wakes up out of her, sleep, and she said, hey, you fell asleep, let's go to bed. And he said, oh, okay. Gets up. She goes, hey, did you eat both of these plates here? Or did you, he said, she couldn't understand what he said. You mumbled something, and she went to bed. So they wake up the next morning, and, they start to have breakfast. And she asked her husband, hey, do you remember what you said last night? He said, well, I don't remember much. So you said to serve your friend, and there was no one here, and you maybe served this plate to nobody, but after coming back to check on you, someone had ate this whole plate. And he said, what? Because I don't remember none of that. Like, I have no idea what you're talking about. And she broke down the story to him, and he thought it was, she must have didn't see anything. She goes, yeah, I must have eaten it or something. But she thinks till this day that there was possibly an entity that came in the house with her husband that night and ate a plate of food in her kitchen. Well, that's the story, guys. Hope y'all like it. Thank you.
Dude,
Cause what?
man, cause
Alright, for a second I was like, what? Where's this going? And, dude, that is wild.
dude,
That is wild.
okay, so
Oof.
it could go both ways. I can see it where he knew he was just playing with his wife. Because remember, he's drunk.
Right.
And he ate his food. He said,
Yeah.
I go anywhere about this one. I can see that, but he's drunk, so how could he even possibly think of a story like that?
Right.
So
My thing is, it seems like she went out of the kitchen for a small amount of time.
yeah,
Small amount of time, and I'm assuming this is a good size chicken and some rice there,
Yeah.
like a regular plate,
chicken rice.
to just be devoured. Nothing on the plate, right?
Yeah.
There's no mess. You didn't say nothing about a mess, like it was
Yeah,
thrown,
you're right.
like just gobbled down.
Yeah.
Her husband's out cold, probably just sleeping on the couch like this or the chair, right?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, how could he
Ah,
do all that?
crazy.
I would.
I don't
Man, if
know.
that was you, grab that chicken and wake up, dude. Hold on, dude.
Yeah.
Hold on a second.
Dude, yeah.
So,
I bet you got you.
1970s, right?
Yeah.
Imagine. I feel like all the scary stuff happens back in the
For
day.
sure, I know.
Back
I
in the
think so.
day,
I believe that.
Imagine if it was in today's time. We'd have probably a Ring camera in the kitchen
Oh,
or
yeah.
something. There was some kind of camera somewhere that would have caught
Imagine,
this.
yeah.
Would have caught this. Just the pigeon, the
I
chicken
know
floating.
going up.
Dude, what?
Yeah.
So he says on there that that house had a lot of different weird things going on with it. I
Yeah,
think,
I
right?
think so, yeah.
I hope he sends some more stories in and let's hear some
Sure.
more of those weird things. But
Yeah,
that one,
that was crazy.
that one,
And that was in Texas, so.
That's in
Out
Texas, 1970s. I feel like that's a prime time for supernatural.
Yes.
That's Amityville Horror. That's your back in The Conjuring.
Yeah.
Exorcist is probably a little further than that, or around that time. There's a lot of things that happened in that era that are kind of spooky.
Oh, for sure.
I'm a believer. I'm gonna say I believe that woman. I believe that lady's story. I feel like I need to know some more. I feel like this guy needs to send in some more stories because
I agree. Dude.
he did hint a little bit of this little imaginary monkey.
Yeah.
What is that? You can't just skim over that, buddy.
Yeah.
Whoever you are, let's hear about the monkey next time.
And we see some scary movies. The little.
Oh yeah, the monkey, yes.
Yeah, the monkey. Well,
And the movie called The Monkey. That's
Yeah.
the movie. I actually just saw that recently. It's actually pretty good. A little funny for a scary movie.
Yeah.
But it was interesting.
Heck yeah.
I believe the lady though. Going back to the story, I believe her. Things. It's in the era of haunting.
Yeah.
I wish I would have been born in that era,
Heck yeah.
but I'm not.
Yeah. Right? I guarantee you it was probably like in the woods area, like no houses.
You said
there.
country, so I
So
picture like.
Yeah, so nothing.
Yeah, like
Like
no
for
one's
miles.
near you
Yeah.
at all. Who are you
Yeah.
gonna call? There's nobody. Not Ghostbusters. You ain't gonna call nobody.
Mhm.
There's
God.
probably didn't even have a phone. I don't know.
Mm-mm. Dude, that's crazy. But for me, I'm in the middle, so I can see it go where he got up and ate the chicken. So I'm gonna play around with my wife.
That would
But-
be pretty slick. That would be pretty slick. That'd be
Right?
pretty slick.
But I could see it could be something else, which everyone wants to be something else. That story, like, dude, if that was something else, that was crazy, right? But I don't know.
I see it though. I see it.
Yeah.
We don't hear much of ghosts that have a
Yeah,
big appetite. You know?
yeah, true, yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
hear that. We don't hear that. So
Yeah.
that is a strange one.
Yeah. But again,
So imagine if you were the woman and you stepped out and you think it was like 10 seconds tops. 10 seconds, right? And you come back and there's nothing there.
yeah, dude. Like you said,
Dude, I can put a plate away, bro, but you're gonna have to give me a little bit more than 10 seconds, you know?
Yeah, like you said, I would have woke him.
Yeah. Hey, man, what are you doing?
Who ate this? Making sure while I go to sleep.
Yeah. Shoot.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a weird one.
Yeah. Do you want to do some searches or look up anything that has
Sure,
to do with
let's
a plate being gone out of nowhere, food missing?
let's try it. Let's see what comes up. Let's give it a shot. What do you want to go with? Hungry Ghost?
Right? Yeah.
I don't know. Let's
see. Plate of food missing. Possible ghost. A missing plate of food could have many explanations. Some are supernatural than others. While possible that a ghost involved, it's more likely that the food was simply moved, eaten, or misplaced. That is an
Right,
AI, of course, but
yeah.
with the possibility of ghosts moving the food is exciting. It's important to consider that factor before jumping to the conclusion. Ghost stories often based on unexplained phenomenon, and they can be easily misinterpreted. But
sounds like a skeptic.
right. But yeah, but again, that's just the internet telling this thing. But let's see, Reddit, an entire plate of food disappeared without a trace, and just
I'm telling you, dude.
Reddit.
What we got here? This just happened earlier. I made some pasta and put it down on my table in the table in my living room to eat. And when I went back into the kitchen to get a fork, should have got the fork in the first place.
Right.
Put the fork down next to the plate. I go back to the kitchen to get my phone. Oh my God, your food's cold already.
Right.
And everything, including the fork, is gone. There's no trace of the plate. I can still smell it, but it didn't fall on the floor, and nobody's taking it because I was home alone. I also have no pets. I stared at my table for a solid 2 minutes, racking my brain on what the hell happened to it.
There it goes, cuz. same kind of story, but
There was no, dude, that is wild.
So it's not-
Wait, there was nowhere I could look because it made no sense. So I'm still confused on what happened to it. I was taken out. Was it taken by someone I didn't see? Did I hallucinate the plate on the food? I don't know. Alright. Alright. That is nuts.
yeah. But
The fact that you can still smell it
yeah,
means you cooked the food, right?
right, yeah,
You had to cook it.
yeah,
The smelling part is critical.
yep. And he said it's a glitch in the matrix. Could be a glitch in the matrix.
I have seen some things on the internet of you seen like the girl cut the lemon on the glitch.
Oh
on
yeah, I did
Matrix?
see that, and
And it's
back-
recording her in
yeah.
the restaurant. She's
Dude.
this woman's in the restaurant and she's cutting a lemon. She cuts it in half, and like cuts it in fours, I think. And she grabs two, leaves. She grabs two, puts it on a plate, and she grabs this other deal, the other two pieces to move it, and then it's whole again. The lemon is back together in one piece, and she's like, "What?
That's crazy.
That is weird."
That's weird. Yeah, I agree. So it could be a glitch in the matrix, where the wife was just telling when she left, she came back, the food was gone because it was like but she did say there was bone, like she could see bones and stuff.
Like there was residue.
Yeah, so
left.
so someone had to
Like
fix
someone
it.
ate
Yeah,
it.
so it wasn't. Yeah.
Like scarfed it all down. Like when you're really
Yeah.
hungry, you leave like absolutely nothing but the bones left.
Yeah.
Right?
Dude,
This is.
that's pretty crazy too. That's a crazy story.
I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah.
I probably wouldn't think about it too much
Yeah.
because I'd be starving.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. But
So,
yeah.
that's interesting. I didn't
heck
think we
yeah.
would find a similar story like that.
Nah, for sure. Yeah. But dang, that's crazy.
That is wild. That is wild. We found a
Dude.
similar story.
Gosh.
I wish you would have said what state.
Oh, I know,
We'd
right?
be like Texas.
Texas.
In
Yeah.
the country.
For sure.
1970.
Yeah. Damn. Okay, so you want to keep on searching, or that's honestly just
I
from
think
that
that's pretty
story.
good. I
know.
think let's walk away with this win.
Yes. I'm leaning more of like
Guys,
this is
comment.
not the only story. It's out here too. There's someone else
Absolutely.
doing it, so if it happens to somebody else, this could be true.
Guys, comment out there.
So,
I mean,
yeah. What do y'all think?
if this has ever happened to y'all, glitch
Yeah.
in the Matrix, ghost ate your food. I want to know. I
For
want to
sure,
know
for sure.
anything.
Heck yeah.
That is some interesting stuff there. I still can't believe we found a similar story that fast. That is
Right.
crazy. I was like, this is a long shot.
Yeah.
Every night there's gonna be like
Yeah.
some weird stuff's gonna pop up right now.
For sure. Alrighty.
Oh,
man.
man.
We can go to.
Dude, that's fun.
Heck yeah.
So we're gonna get into the second story now.
Yes, sir.
All right.
All right.
I'm hyped. This was, I think, a hit all the way across.
For sure.
This next story, hopefully, is just as good.
Yep.
I'm ready. Hope y'all enjoyed it, guys. Drop down in the comments. Let us know what y'all think about it.
Yep. Actually, this story is actually pretty cool because our fellow friends, the Delusional Sisters, actually gave us permission to actually involve the story.
Oh, sweet. Perfect.
Yeah.
Heck
So,
yeah.
Yeah, it's a podcast. If y'all want to check them out, it's on Spotify. The Delusional Sisters.
All right. This one is called Terror Time, Episode 2,
And
titled
Trapped.
Trapped.
So it's a story they have. It's the main story, and we're gonna listen to that and actually react to that one. So here we go. You ready?
Let's dive into it, cuz I'm ready.
This story is called Trapped. To start off, this happened to me when I was a child. I can't remember the exact age I was, but I'm going to say that I was around 11 or 12 years old. Growing up, supernatural events weren't something that was unknown to me. I grew up in the country. And like my mother would always say, when you're this far away from the city, things are bound to go bump in the woods. Growing up in the country, your nearest neighbor was about 2 miles away from you, and street lamps were scarce. So yeah, I just wanted to set up the vibe for where the story took place and my outlook on the supernatural. So this particular story took place in my grandmother's house. She had one of those older 2-story houses with the poles out front that held up the balcony and the cute little side attached garage. It was built way back when, which is why I think a lot of my supernatural encounters happened when we were visiting her. The grandkids knew Grandma's house as the spooky house, due to everything you felt there when you were alone in the house. The parties that took place there usually happened out back in between the house and the covered gazebo my grandfather built. While the parents were all enjoying each other's company and food, the cousins were busy playing games in the back. There were a lot of us, but I was really tight with two specific cousins. That was Roland and Desiree. So we were spending the afternoon playing Uno, Tag, and Red Rover with my other cousins before we broke off and started to hang near the garage. While the parents had their alcohol, the kids had their Kool-Aid. Naturally, I needed to go to the bathroom. Remember the nickname for grandmother's house? Well, I sure do, and there was no way in hell that I was going to go inside that house without Roland and Desiree by my side. "You guys are coming with me, right?" I said quietly. "Sure, yeah, of course," Desiree said as she grabbed my hand. "Roland, go and get more Kool-Aid and snack from the table for us. We'll be right back." I remember Roland rolling his eyes. He hated it when Desiree got her older cousin attitude. I mean, she could come off as bossy, but that's what made her my favorite cousin. So hand in hand, we walked up the back steps and entered the house. We were instantly in the kitchen, walked through it, down the hallway. To our right was the guest bathroom, and to our left was the living room. I let go of Desiree's hand to grab the bathroom doorknob and was met with resistance. It was occupied. I danced a little because I really needed to go. "Desiree," we heard from behind us. We turned around and saw Roland poking his head in through the cracked back door. "Mom wants you." "Well, I'll be back, Jane. Just go to Grandma's upstairs bathroom. I don't think she'll care that much." And with that, Desiree was making her way back to the kitchen. "But," was all I could get out before I saw her disappear out the door. I was now alone and quickly became aware of my bladder. I really needed to go, and I really didn't want to go upstairs by myself. Regardless of the fact that it was about 5 in the evening and the sun was still out, I just always got the creeps when I was alone in Grandma's house. I knocked on the door. There wasn't an answer, but I knew I wasn't going to get in anytime quick, so I reluctantly made my way to the stairs and up them. The upstairs consisted of a game room and then a long hallway with 2 rooms on each side of the hallway. Grandma's room was the first door on the left. I entered it and quickly got the chills. I thought it was because I just really needed to go. I looked to my right and saw the bathroom. I didn't like this bathroom because it had 2 doors. One that was connected from my grandmother's room, and then on the opposite side, there was another one that connected it to the back room. So there was 2 entrances and 2 exits. I walked into the bathroom. The first thing I did was walk straight past the toilet and the bathtub to close the other door. Before I did that though, I poked my head into the other bedroom just to check it out. No one was there, and the door to the bedroom, which was on my right, was closed. I quickly went to the bedroom door and locked it. I was always overcautious and scared when I was younger, so my thought process was, you can never be too safe. Returning to the bathroom, I closed the door and locked it. I then made my way back to the original door that I entered in, the one connecting my grandmother's room, closed it and locked it as well. I quickly sat on the toilet and relieved myself. As I pulled my underwear and my pants back up, I heard a small noise coming from my grandmother's room. It was kind of like a scuttle, like when someone walks without picking up their feet. I quickly buttoned my pants and listened. My skin went cold as I heard it again, closer to the bathroom door. "Desiree," I said, not moving. There was no response, just silence. I really didn't want to move. I was terrified. All I could think of was that there was someone in the other room. Shaking off my creative imagination, I flushed the toilet. Bam! I heard from behind the other door that led into the back bedroom. I let out a small scream and fell to the floor. It didn't take a lot to scare me if you couldn't tell already. "Roland, I know it's you," I yelled as I made my way to the back bedroom bathroom door. As my hand grabbed the doorknob, something banged hard against the bathroom door. So hard I felt the vibrations on the doorknob. I jumped back. "I'm gonna tell your mom, Roland," I screamed. I knew it was Roland and Desiree messing with me. I needed to show them that this little joke wasn't actually scaring me, so I mustered up the courage, grabbed the doorknob, and pushed. But the door didn't budge. I tried to push again, this time shoving my shoulder into the door. Nothing. The door wouldn't budge. "Okay, fine," I said out loud as I made my way to the other bathroom door. I unlocked the door, grabbed the knob, and pushed. Again, this door didn't move either. "Can you please knock it off, guys?" I yelled as I pushed with all my might against the door. There was no movement whatsoever. Looking back on this moment now, the door didn't move at all. If someone was on the other side, like my cousins, being the height they were and the age, you would think that the door would move slightly, giving me slack before the door shut back closed, because I was pushing so hard. But there was no movement at all, as if the door was just stuck in place. I wasn't that frail of a child either. At this point, I started to freak out. I ran back to the back bedroom door, this time running into it, trying to open it, but again, it was locked. I heard laughter from behind the door, like kids laughing at a joke. My eyes started watering up because I was 1, scared, and 2, a little embarrassed if this was the joke being done by my cousins. "Please, come on, guys," I said as I pounded my hands on the door. I turned around and looked at the door that connected to my grandmother's room. I shook my head while I readied up to run at full might. I did, and not one single movement. Both doors were locked shut and someone was holding both doors shut on both sides. I was trapped. At that moment, I thought about the window above the toilet. I closed the seat of the toilet and climbed on top. I looked out the window and almost lost my footing and let out a little scream when I noticed who was down there in the backyard. I saw both Desiree and Roland running around. Roland had a water gun in his hand and was chasing Desiree around. They were out there playing, which meant that they weren't up here with me. They weren't up here playing a trick on me. That meant that they weren't the ones that were holding the door shut, locking me in here. I began to cry. If they weren't the ones holding the doors closed, then who was? I wanted to be out of this bathroom, out of this house, right now. The room suddenly got cold and I felt the tiny hairs on my arms lift. Then I heard a click. I slowly turned my head to the right, to the bathroom door that connected to the back bedroom, and stopped dead in my movement when I saw that the door was now wide open. There was no hesitation in my actions after that. I jumped down off the toilet and bolted into the other room. There was no one in here. I ran to the bedroom door and tried to open it, but it wouldn't open. I quickly realized that the bedroom door was still locked on my side from when I locked it, which meant that there was no possible way for someone to have gotten into the room. There was no way for someone to have come in and hold the door closed. I unlocked the door and ran out, took a right down the hall and then another right into my grandmother's room, only to find that now this bathroom door was wide open as well. At that moment, I was over this whole situation. I knew that someone who couldn't have been seen was behind this, trapping me in the bathroom. I shook my head as I ran all the way back downstairs, out the door, back into the safety of my family. Obviously, Desiree saw that I had been crying, and when I told her what happened, she couldn't believe it. To this day, when we are sharing scary stories, this one pops up and we get the goosebumps thinking about Grandma's house. When we told our grandma, she just smiled and said something like, "That's just the children, honey. They just like to let you know that they're still here with you." My little mind couldn't understand how she was so calm about it, but now that I'm older, I have come to realize that she must have dealt with supernatural stuff like this on the regular, which, makes sense because she lived there. Honestly, I have no other way of explaining what happened to me that day other than something supernatural. I know I heard kids laughing, I know I locked that back bedroom door, and I know the feelings I had while I was trapped in that bathroom. It's safe to say that I never went back upstairs alone. Thank you for reading my ghost story. Jane.
Yeah.
Dude, what? What a story,
For
man.
sure, man.
Holy crap. Alright.
Where to begin?
I don't know where to start.
God.
Dude. Okay. Cousins suck. Dude, Alright, first of all, double doors on a bathroom is bad for any horror movie.
For sure.
Any scenario.
Yeah.
It just makes it way scarier.
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I don't like that. I don't like it at all, dude. I don't like it.
Yeah.
Kids laughing. That's where I think I started getting chills for a second
sure.
there. Like I was
Heck
like,
yeah.
oh,
Dude,
what?
I can only imagine.
Then gosh, I don't know. I don't seeing the cousins outside.
Yeah.
Imagine that was you, cuz.
Man.
In the restroom.
Tell you what,
you know
we're
we
gonna break down.
and busting that door down.
Hell yeah, sorry, Grandma.
And you ain't lying, man.
For real, man.
Oh
Gosh.
my gosh, dude.
Dude.
That, I think I would go absolutely crazy trying to tear that door down.
for sure.
And probably the one opposite from where I heard the kids laughing.
Oh yeah, sure, yeah.
I'm not playing around with that. Dude.
No, man. And the door inside the room was locked too. So whoever was holding it was already in the room.
Ugh. The door could only be locked from the inside.
Yeah.
You gotta remember that.
Oh, that's
So
right,
someone was holding that
it,
thing.
So, yeah. Both? Not just one.
That's
Both
like
sides.
101 horror movie
Yeah,
right there.
for sure.
Looking out the window, you witness the cousins.
Dude.
You realize, okay, it's not them. Then the door opens
Dude. And the force to actually hold somebody pushing us, you have to be kind of
with
strong.
no slack. Yeah, they said
I
a
know,
no slack.
No movement.
That's not a kid. That's
No.
a grown ass person.
Two of them on each side.
Dude,
Gosh.
the door opening, I don't even know if I would have ran through it, honestly.
Oh, yeah, for
I think
sure.
I might have just
I know. And
popped that lid off that toilet, man.
Yeah.
Dude.
Hell yeah, man. Dude, that's crazy.
Then she goes out, and the bedroom door's still locked. Again, can only be locked from the inside.
Dude. And then, again, like you said earlier, the cousins. They don't leave them like that, leave her like that. That's crazy.
What do you do, cousin?
Man, I would have to go. Well,
You would have went?
I went outside, but that's, I mean, we're men, but still, man. Oh my gosh. Oh man, that's crazy.
I think, yeah, if I knew grandma's house was a little crazy,
Yeah.
and you were like, hold on, man, I'm gotta go. My mom's calling me. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going too.
Right. Yeah, man.
Yeah, we ain't finna mess around with that
Yeah.
one.
But again, yet again, when you have to use the restroom,
That is true. That
your
is
mind's
true.
not thinking. You overcome
It's
whatever.
daytime too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So you're like,
Yeah.
nothing's happening.
Do you ever? I've had that feeling though when like you're at like you're go to like someone alone and like you're like, dude, I'm by myself, and
Yep.
you think someone's looking like watching you, even though you know
You
there's
get
nobody
that.
there. But
It's a feeling. It's
yeah, right. And then you look, and you're like, oh,
I think, what's the right word for it? Almost like an instinctive kind of
Yeah.
like your body's telling you, hey, something weird's here.
yeah. And also like when like let's say you're when we're in class, right, in high school or in college, you're just looking, and you can tell someone in the corner of your eye, or you feel back here someone's staring
Yes.
at you, and then you
Yes.
look, they are.
Yeah.
So that's that feeling.
That is that instinctive
And
feeling,
I bet they felt that's she's going upstairs.
The little hair sticking
Yeah,
up, that's a sign. That's a given.
Dude.
You ain't alone.
No, that I'm gonna have to go with the truth because in that situation, how can I explain that? I don't know.
The locking solidifies it for
Dude,
me.
for
that
sure.
that the women broke.
For real, man, dude.
Cause
And it locked inside, dude.
did she say she ran all the way out? Cause that would have been booking.
Oh yeah, for sure. I want to
And maybe I would have been okay through the bedroom,
Yeah.
saw it was still locked.
Yeah.
I would have even jet out soon, but the one that would have got me
dude. Oh
was
my God.
passing the front door
Yeah.
wide open. Oh heck no,
You know,
boy! I'm
hey, the
done.
stairs. I've been freaking coming about five
No stairs.
right? Dude, that's crazy.
Man, and then the grandma. She tells the grandma just like, it's just the kids.
Girl, shoot, man.
Well, grandma's probably just doing it like every other day she's going through that.
I
You know what
know.
I mean? She don't even close the doors.
Right? You could probably see a shadow or something.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is
Like it was normal. It
Yeah.
was like normal. That's crazy.
the country again.
Yeah. Country.
In the country.
In the country.
This
That's
one
some woods.
was
in the country.
descriptive though.
Yeah.
Like 2 miles
2
is,
miles
is
a house.
pretty good. Like you don't got nothing.
Dude.
Imagine at night. Imagine that
I
house
can
at
only
night.
imagine. Dude, especially back in the day.
Oh my.
In the
Lord.
country, they only have like one light. Not even. I don't think.
Yeah, it said streetlights were scarce.
Dude.
You got one for every 2 miles. You mean
So all that is the house light, which is, dude, they can see you, but you can't see.
you really
nothing
can't
else.
see further than that
No.
house like can reach.
So, dude.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting kind of chills just thinking about being in a place like that
For
at
sure.
night.
Yeah.
And gosh, that should be like an escape room.
Oh, for sure,
Turn that
yeah.
into an escape room,
Yeah.
2-door bathroom, escape room.
Yeah, dude, that's crazy.
Oh, dude,
What do you think?
I'm sold on it. like I said, with the locking, I'm
Yeah.
sold on it.
Me too.
That's
Me too.
that's not no, that's not normal. Bathrooms locked from the inside. That's how they always are. And the bedroom locked from the inside. That is Haunted House 101.
Yeah,
That's me.
It is haunted.
All the way. Haunted House
believe it.
101.
I believe it.
I would
That's
I would
funny.
visit it. I would visit it.
For sure, but it's funny how it says double bathroom door, right?
Mhm.
Double door. My grandma has a double bathroom door too. But I honestly though, yeah, I know, and it's in the country. But it's not like how they were saying a mile away, 2 miles.
Oh, okay,
But
okay, okay.
nothing really happened when I've been there, but
You
I
ever
do
use that
feel it.
bathroom?
You know that feeling.
You ever use that bathroom?
Yeah, I
You
do.
do you lock both doors?
Yeah, you're supposed to, but
Do you?
yeah, but like you said, if something like that would happen, I'm telling you, that door would be broke. Dude. Especially after I did that, it's probably my dad or my wife or whatever. But then I go to the other door, and the moment that that's locked, that's hard to open too.
Dude,
I'll
it's
break this up.
different because like you got some
yeah,
force.
of course.
You
Yeah,
and nothing.
man.
Nothing.
Oh gosh. Yeah, I can.
The window,
Oh, the
dude, to
moment?
peep that out,
I bet the heart just
and then seconds later, the door
door
opens.
just open. Gosh.
Oh heck no, dude!
Dang.
I might have closed that thing back up. I don't want to go out yet.
Dude. In the ground.
I'm sold on it. I'm a
sold.
believer on that one. That story from the Delusional Sisters.
Yep.
That is top tier.
Yeah. Awesome stuff.
I'm rolling with that one. That
Heck
one,
yeah, I agree.
100% in my eyes happened, and I'm staying away from double door bathrooms, dude.
Oh yeah, for sure. I ain't going back to my grandma's.
Hey, watch. After this,
Yeah.
something's gonna happen
Dude,
because you better avoid that sucker.
Right, record it. Dude, that's crazy. We're gonna actually want to search and see if we can come up with a familiar story out there.
Yeah, let's give it a shot. I
comes
mean, we're gonna go 2 for 2 here, guys.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can do a quick search. Have a similar story here.
Yeah.
Double door bathroom haunting. Trapped in a double door bathroom by a ghost.
Double door bathroom. Ghost. Open door. Let's see what AI has to say.
Okay,
right?
let's
All
see.
right. If a double door bathroom was ghosting and won't stay open, the issue is likely with the door frame range.
Right, yeah, okay, yeah. The door frame's the problem.
Oh my god, the most common fix about adjusting the door. Well,
no,
not in
yeah,
this
dude,
situation.
there's no
If
way.
they didn't have problem,
Oh,
if
both
they,
of them?
If they had problem closing it or opening it and then going in and then closing it, if it didn't
Right,
jam or anything,
yeah.
then no, that can't be it.
And it's 2 for 2.
Yeah.
There's- one of them should be fine.
Oh, for sure.
You know.
Yeah. Bathroom door blocked by.
No, that still doesn't validate it.
No.
This was a tough one.
Yeah.
I would have
don't
been
see
pretty
anything.
shocked.
Yeah. Double door bathroom. Two. Bathroom. Ghost. Door ghost of bathroom. I'm growing up with multiple normal experience growing up and all the time. So why does the ghost spirit like to hang around?
He
Alright,
came,
let's do this
in
one.
through the bathroom mirror. Who was playing Bloody Mary?
I know, right? Let's do this one. See what it is.
Door ghost / bathroom ghost. So our paranormal experiences are pretty small after living in our house for a year. But we have a ghost that we call either the bathroom ghost or the door ghost. My little sister always says it's a girl. It started off when we would walk into the bathroom and left the door open. It wouldn't move for, say, a minute. Then it would close all the way. That's weird. This started happening in majority of the rooms in our house. Now recently, I got a plastic door stop, My door doesn't fully close or latch, and the dogs, super tiny dogs, can easily push it open. I was behind it and said, now nothing can get in now. I was all happy and went to sit down on my bed, which is 5 feet away. Then the door burst open, my door goes flying, and then it slams shut really fast. I was sitting there so confused and just shrugged it off. My guy, dude, something's wrong with you.
Yeah, dude.
I don't. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Shrugged it off. That's like grandma.
Yeah. It might have been grandma right there.
Right. Like grandma, it's just the kids.
Get the door stopped, dude.
Dude.
Heck no, dude.
Gosh.
What? Okay. How way more intense would have been that story if both doors just flew open at the same time?
Oh yeah.
I think
dude.
that person would have died in
For
there.
sure,
Heart
yeah.
attack.
Heck yeah.
This dude's crazy. You sir are in a haunted house.
For sure.
That guy's gonna wake up on the ceiling one day.
Well, it's not the same, but it has to do with doors. And doors flying instead of holding.
That
holding
thing
in, but
flew open
dude,
through the doorstop and then
Yeah.
shut it.
that's crazy. And it's not supposed to do that because it said that it was supposed to easily be harder to even close it, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, dude, imagine just the.
I say that dude got a demon in there.
Yeah.
Because he mocked it.
For sure. Yeah.
Now nothing can get in. Yeah. Showed you, buddy.
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I don't know about that. I could not live in a house that the doors just open willy nilly.
No.
Definitely couldn't do it if they're closing while I'm in the
Oh.
bathroom. That's no.
Nah.
I'm not doing that.
No.
And I can't live in a house like grandma's house. Nope.
No.
Just the kids.
Dude, that's crazy.
They'll let you out in a little bit. Promise.
Right. Oh, yeah.
Heck no, dude.
Dude, yeah. So, dude, that's crazy.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom.
Right.
Shoot.
Oh shoot, man. That's a cool story. That was a good story we found.
Very interesting. The guy's a top tier horror fanatic. Just shrugging that off, bud.
Yeah, for real.
Good for you. Yep.
Yeah.
More power to you.
Yeah. Couldn't be me.
Yeah. I selling the house immediately.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I love it, dude. I love scary movies.
Yeah.
I love paranormal. I don't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
I'll listen to the stories.
It's funny. We'd like to go out and find it, but nothing back at home. You know?
Yeah. No, I would enjoy catching something on footage,
Yeah.
but I'm not trying to bring that home.
No,
I'm not.
not at all.
It's just kind of double-edged sword, right?
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
we've been there, guys. I promise you, we've been there.
For sure.
We've been there. We've tried it, and we got some stories we'll share with y'all later on that
Yeah,
one.
for sure. I'll let y'all know.
Well, story number 2 was a banger.
Yeah.
I believe
That was
it.
good. I do
100%.
too. I do too. Yeah.
I do. I think Grandma's OG. Ain't scared of nothing.
No. That's crazy.
Is it Janie was the character in that story? I think.
Yeah, Jenny.
You're a survivor, Janie.
For sure.
You keep it up, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is nuts.
Dude, that's crazy. Good story.
Good story. Good story.
Alrighty, on to the next. Story number 3.
Man, guys,
Story number
I would
3.
have left you in that one.
Oh yeah, for sure. Cause I didn't say.
Shoot.
Nah.
I'm telling you, dude. I don't think I would have went in there, dude, solo.
No, I wouldn't.
If you knew
Yeah.
there was already weird stuff,
Yeah. And she
You-
knew too. She was like, I'm scared every time
I'd be
I'm going in
holding.
the eerie
Even if it
feeling.
was number 2, I'd be holding it.
Oh
I'd
yeah,
hold
I
it for the
would
whole
too.
day.
I would too.
I don't care. I'll hold it.
Bladder
Be
infection,
constipated all
whatever.
my life.
Right. Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah.
All right. We got one more story. Yeah.
One more story. And the last story.
I hope y'all like these stories, guys. Comment down below if y'all have a double door bathroom in your house.
Alright.
If you do, don't use that sucker tonight.
For sure.
You're gonna get trapped.
Yeah. And also, again, we'll talk a little bit more after towards the end of the video. But again, if you have a story, email it to us. The email should be in the description.
Yep. We'll pop it up.
MP3 dot MP3
Yeah.
MP3 player. Yeah, dot MP3 MP3 file, and then just put in the email and send it to us, and you can possibly be we react to your story.
Absolutely, especially if it's a scary one. We're gonna put it on here
for sure.
I want to hear them, guys.
Yep.
Let's get into this next one, cuz. Let's see what's happening with this one. I think we're on a roll.
Let's do it. Story number 3.
Anonymous caller here. I got a story to share with everybody. It's a story that's been in the family for many generations, and it takes place in Texas, in the country area. And this is the story. So, a family that lived in the country, we're going to use fake names to keep their identity safe. There was a husband and wife, Joe and Shelly. And they lived in the country. And in the country, you don't have neighbors, so every neighbor is kind of spread out. So one day it was a weekend, and Joe, the husband, had to work, and Shelly was home alone by herself. It's a normal day. And how their house was set up, they had a almost half a mile long driveway to get to their house. So you could see someone driving in. So Shelly's in the kitchen, she's washing dishes, and she has the window open in front of her, and she sees a car start like driving down her driveway, way down there. Sees the smoke, the dirt, trail. She, tries to look and wait until it gets a little closer. She sees it's a, all black car. She doesn't recognize it, so she, stops washing dishes. She's trying to figure out who it is, and has a car keeps approaching, just cruising. She sees that she absolutely does not recognize this car. She doesn't know this car at all. It's all blacked out. She closes the windows in front of her, and she goes to the front door and makes sure it's locked, and it's locked. And the car continues to get closer to the house and pulls up right in front of it. At this point, she's freaking out. She doesn't know who this is, who's in there. So she peeks out the window out by the front door. The curtains are down. She's peeking out to see who gets off, and the car sits there. Car just nothing happens. She's anticipating what's going to happen next, who's going to get out, and the front door opens, and this tall, skinny man in a black suit, long black hair that was covering his face. It was very long, straight hair. She said, and he had a hat on. He gets off the side of the black car, and he has his brown sack in his hand, a little lunch brown sack. And he closes the door and starts to walk that way. She closes the curtains and hides behind the door, and she's freaking out. She's never seen this man. She doesn't know who it is. Just she's she's terrified. The man, because she gets to the front door, starts to knock. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Very calm, gentle knock. And she doesn't move a finger. She stays there. She's directly behind the door. And she doesn't hear nothing. And then all of a sudden she hears the door kind of hand of a jiggle. And her blood goes ice cold. She is on pins and needles. And then it stops. And she hears footsteps. So she goes up to courage to look out that curtain one more time. And she lets him in and walk him back to his car. She's relieved. He's getting back into his car. He stops, gets into his car, turns around, and starts driving down the driveway. She looks down, and she sees he left the brown sack in front of her doorstep. So now she's like, what is this? She went and opened that door till she saw that car go completely down that driveway. So she waited. She sat there. She watched him drive all the way down till she couldn't see the car anymore. She said, okay, let me go see what this is. She opened the door. She checked around, grabbed the bag, and it had something in it. She could feel something was in there. And she opened the bag. And there was 2 pieces of fruit in there. A banana and an orange. She she was just confused. She'd never seen this man. Why she dropping off fruit? She couldn't even see his face. Didn't dress like he was from the country with a nice suit, hat, and she didn't touch that fruit. She said she threw it away. She thought it was gonna be poison. She didn't know where it came from. She was not gonna mess with that. So she threw it away. She never told her husband, never told anybody about it, and she never saw that man again. But she always wondered, like, what if she would have opened the door, or what would have happened? Or when she would have ate the fruit, was it poison? Or if she kept the fruit in her house, would it have brought a bad energy? So I don't know if that's a paranormal story or if it's a psychopath story, lunatic, but I thought that was pretty crazy. Thank you.
Okay, that's a weird one.
Yeah.
Uh,
That's more like real life and not the supernatural. That's like a
that's nuts.
physical car and a man coming out.
All right, first of all, 3 for 3 with the country stories, right?
Oh, yeah,
Come
I
on,
know,
dude.
right?
Hold on.
Shoot.
Country's where it's at. You want to hear some serious shit? Go to the country.
Right? You got Airbnb out there.
I picture country. I picture cornfields and stuff.
Yeah.
So the mile long driveway or half mile, whatever long driveway that is,
Yeah.
that's the kicker. That's the scary stuff. I need one of those. Like to see something coming.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I think that could have been bad. I think, real life. Trying to kill somebody.
For sure. I agree.
The description of the guy: tall, skinny, long black hair. I'm picturing like hair on the face. You know?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like,
Yeah.
can't recognize him. Obviously, she would have described his face, I think.
Yeah.
That's strange. The calm knock, the jiggle in the door got
Oh.
me. Like, that's like, all right. You don't just try to go in someone's house.
No.
You don't do that.
No.
Not in the country.
Dude.
You want to get shot
Heck yeah, that's what I'm saying.
in Texas? Oh, you
yeah.
out of there.
Yeah. Dude.
I don't think I would have peeped out that curtain.
Oh, I
I-
wouldn't have either.
You
Yeah.
would-
I would close
Is
a
that
little
an eye
bit.
right there?
I know. Shit.
Absolutely not.
No.
Absolutely not, dude. What do you think about the fruit in the bag? That's
That's weird. That's a weird one.
I was thinking like a dead something,
Yeah, I know.
dead animal maybe.
Right, I thought so too, but the fruit.
Fucking bag of caca.
I know, right?
I don't know. I was not expecting the fruit. I wasn't expecting that.
No.
That's
and
weird.
And he started doing the doorknob.
In the country, guys.
Dude,
Like,
nah, you know.
what's the intentions there?
I know.
You must not care about your life.
Right, I know for sure.
And then you're driving down a driveway.
Yeah.
If anybody's only see you coming,
Oh, they're gonna see it. Yeah.
and he was like calm, like
Yeah.
didn't care.
In a suit. Who's in a suit in the country?
So yeah, I think that was a good detail.
Yeah.
Obviously, everybody drove a certain way out
Yeah,
there.
for sure.
Not like that.
And at night, right? Or did they?
It didn't say. I think it said daytime.
Oh, daytime.
I think.
Uh,
I don't know. If it was at night, oh heck no.
I know, right? Shoot.
Oh, wait. Actually, it can't be at night, right? Because you're not gonna see shit. I said it was a black car.
Oh,
Yeah, that
you're
would
right,
actually have been even worse. You probably
Yeah.
haven't seen coming.
Yeah, that's true.
He would just walked
But
in
still,
there.
even in daytime.
He would just walked in there.
I know, right? Hell yeah.
Yep. I mean, hear no story.
I know.
So I don't
He'd
do
have
this.
been dead.
Yep. The banana man got her.
Dude.
Dude, I don't know about the paranormal. I I
Yeah.
don't know that.
I
I
don't think
do
so either.
know about crazy people.
Yeah, especially when give you the timeline when it was.
I don't. It did not say.
No,
Did not say. I don't think
Especially if
give
it
us a
was-
year or anything.
no. If it was like back in the day, like 1980s and 90s, I would say they had some serial killers that never got caught. So it could have possibly be
Luck of the draw is like
that
this house looks like my next victim.
All right.
Dude, props to the lady for handling it
Yeah.
as she
For sure.
did.
And didn't eat it. That was professional right there. You don't eat.
I think
it.
I would have.
You would have.
I don't know if I would have ate it, but I definitely would have like opened it up, right?
Oh yeah.
I think I would have peeled up that banana.
Oh for sure.
Maybe
It was
like
rotten.
black.
No, it was
Oh,
rotten.
like
I
maggots.
know, dude.
Or you cut the orange,
Gosh.
freaking blood.
Dang.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but I do know that's weird.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna say it was a ghost or anything like that, but I do believe the story, and I do believe that a crazy person went to that lady's house.
Yeah,
I
it's
do
like-
think that. I do think that. I think we do some research on this guy.
Oh yeah, for
Let's
sure.
see.
Goes up there in suits.
Long-haired guy delivering bananas and oranges.
Yep.
With
When it
maggots.
comes up, huh?
Oh my God! When it does comes up.
Dude, they caught him back in 1955.
Oh! Dude, I don't know. Let's pop it up. Let's dig into it a little bit, guys. Drop down in the comments. What do y'all think?
Bro, see.
Let's come up for a name for this fella here. Long-haired serial killer that leaves oranges and bananas at the victim's house.
Long hair man.
What if it was a mark?
Or
It was like the last offering of the victim. It's like, before I kill you, I'm gonna give you a
Yes.
fruit.
it was a mark, like marking the house, saying, "Oh, I'm coming back."
Oh, and she didn't tell her husband.
Dude,
Mm.
I know, right?
Indeed.
Got to. I know. Long hair man with a suit. Delivering.
Fruit.
Delivering food.
Oh my God, that's him!
Bananas, and person with long hair on banana. No. Long hair.
He had a black car. I wonder if it was a hearse. Dude, imagine if it was a hearse. Like death.
Man,
And he was all in black.
strange. Man. Livers. Fruits. In Texas.
Alright, let's see if we can click it.
Yeah. Being a fruit of night.
Whoa.
No, that would be
Okay.
forbidden mangoes.
Okay, let's see if you can pull up the man. Let's see if we can describe the guy.
Alright.
Tall, skinny man in black suit with long black hair covering his face. I kind of want to see what she was looking at.
Long hair, long black.
Slender Man? She's all Slender Man.
Slender Man?
Holy crap. I didn't even think about that for on it.
Oh,
Click that one.
man with long hair. He has long hair.
Dude, that is nuts.
Can't really see
Dude,
the
was
face.
this guy ridiculously long?
I don't know. Maybe she couldn't really tell. Well, Slender Man's bald. Well, technically, he said he was bald, but
Yeah, Slender Man that I think of has always been bald.
eh?
Dude, just imagine it, but like hair all in the face, just show up
Right.
at the front door. Oof.
At the 10-foot tall, he was wearing a formal black trench coat suit thing, and a very strange shaggy hair falling over his face.
Are you kidding me?
The glitch in the Matrix again.
Oh, dude, this guy, a girl.
But no one noticed or remembered.
3 years ago.
You gonna
Okay.
read all this?
This is.
Yeah, it's not too much. You got it.
Alright. This happened while my family was visiting Hong Kong a couple years back.
Okay.
We were in that place. I'm Tishumi. Nailed it. Walking with a large crowd past this big stone wall on the way to a popular shopping mall there. I forgot what this mall is called, but it's a place we visited a lot before. While walking past the wall and making our way towards the crowd of people walking, I noticed this very tall man because he towered over everyone in the crowd. My heart stopped due to how strange he looked. He had to be 10 feet tall. He was wearing a formal black trench coat, suit thing, had a very strange shaggy hair falling over his face, and had a very pale white small face. Basically, this dude was the whitest person I've ever seen. He had glowing bone white skin. Looking back, he resembled one of the most extra pale, tall, and lanky characters who had powers in the weird animes my brother used to watch. He looked unreal. I was still a teen at the time, so like the juvenile person I was, I anxiously whipped my head around to see if anyone else had noticed him. Yes, I know Hong Kong people don't usually care about strange looking people, but this guy was impossible to miss.
Mm-hmm.
Being deadly pale, wearing a dark suit, towering over everyone like a giant, and looking like he stepped out from another dimension. He kind of looked dead, though he had a very neutral, kind of sort of face. I don't remember if he had a briefcase or not, but it seemed like it. That's where he kept the fruit.
Yep.
I frantically asked my mom about the guy. I couldn't believe no one was paying attention to him. Weird thing is, she couldn't find him at first. This is odd, because my mom has excellent vision. I'm the nearsighted one who usually doesn't notice things, but I could see this man very clearly. I had to sort of motion the tall dude as he was moving further and further away, and she just slightly surprised such a tall person existed. At this point, it was a bit far away already, but come on. He was a black and white person moving through a very vibrant colored crowd of people, yet it seemed he didn't leave an impact on them at all. Later I asked my mom about it, and she kinda didn't see it as a big deal. Then a little later she forgot about seeing the pale, tall, white guy completely. What's worse, I'm sure my nosy AF dad would have noticed it. He's the type of person who loudly points out weird stuff and eavesdrops on strangers' conversations. But he didn't either. No one could notice the man, or if they did, they didn't remember it. That's weird. I'm telling you, if you saw this dude in real life, you would have never forget him. Like, ever. That's how ghostly pale and tall and lanky he was. He has made such a huge impact that I'm afraid he will never leave my memory. Also, no one wears a black suit like that in Hong Kong. It wasn't like those formal suits businessmen wore, but more of a flowing trench style coat and suit. I can't explain it, but it had a sort of futuristic cut to it. And it was made of some black material that did not look of this world. To this day, I don't know who that guy was. It seems as if this otherly world creature walked past us and off into the other side forever. We used to go to Hong Kong every year, and every year we would pass by the same stone wall with the street stalls and side shops on the way to the shopping mall. I would try to look for that dude again, to no avail. Of course, he could have just been some abnormally tall guy, but no one is that skinny and glowing pale in this world. I still wonder how no one noticed him or remembered him when he stood out so much to me. That's a little strange.
Right?
From Texas to Hong Kong, guys, there you have it. He goes everywhere.
Right? Oh, he's another dimension. He
Teleports. We got a teleporting psychopath murder spree guy out there, guys. Yo.
Or we should look up another one, see if there's any killers or psychopaths that kill people in suit with long hair.
Let's see.
Right?
I think in Texas, let's give it a shot.
But the story was good.
The story was interesting.
Yeah.
What did it say? What year? It says 3 years ago. Dude, take a picture. You know?
Yeah, right?
Use your phone, guy.
I know.
You're in Hong Kong.
For real. I took a picture.
That, that kind of reminds me of a story. I think
I know who you're talking about. The tall guy.
The tall guy that walked?
We'll talk about that story then.
Okay.
Another video.
We're gonna save that one for you guys, but that does spark up a memory.
Yeah.
Gosh, yeah, that one.
Yeah. That was crazy.
I don't like how this is all falling into.
Right? Yeah.
That's weird.
Yeah. For another day.
For another day, but back to this guy.
Tall. I mean, she's in the story that we heard. I don't know if they said it was extremely tall, but I don't think they would have been worrying about that. So they just know it's a man that's coming up.
I would say the fact that you're gonna say they're tall means like they're 6 foot plus. Like it's a taller fella, right? You know.
Yeah.
So
it could have been 10 feet. You know.
Absolutely.
So.
I just can't imagine that being home alone.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And just saying, they didn't say they were 2 miles apart, but you're in the country, there's no one around you.
Right.
So, you're home alone, there's no one around you. You may not even have a phone, and if you do, who are you going to call? It's going to take forever to get to you. I don't even know if they have police in the dip. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Shout out to Ghostbusters.
Right. If they do have cops, they're gonna try to take them forever to even get out there.
Absolutely.
In the country,
yeah. They'd be dead.
I know, right? That's why you should have in Texas at least have a gun, right?
Absolutely. But, I think. Yeah.
That's crazy though.
I kind of like the long driveway, but also the suspense.
Oh yeah.
Is crazy.
Who's that?
That is cool that she waited for them to leave.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, all right, that takes what, probably 10 minutes to get down that driveway, maybe 5 minutes.
For real.
So you're like, you got some time.
Imagine it was someone on the passenger side, gets in the driver's side, leaves the driveway, and then she opens the door for the fruit, and the man's there.
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I don't even think I could have peeped out, dude. Peeped out with that 12 gauge.
I know, right? Shit.
Hold on.
I know. But thank you. But this story was good. Thank you. All the way to Hong Kong.
Again, Hong Kong guy. Yeah. That is weird. I think something's going on with that guy. Also,
right.
That's not normal, bud.
Oh yeah, no, only him.
You should hold your mother accountable.
Right.
You know? Actually, I'm gonna hold you accountable. Take a picture next time, guy.
All right. Or reach out to us, and this is your story.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, go back and find him.
Right.
Tomorrow.
We go visit Hong Kong and just try to find him, right?
Oh my gosh! If we go now,
right? Bang.
Hopefully by that time, guys, we got some good followings from y'all. We got some subscribers, and we'll do a live stream out there in Hong Kong.
Oh, for sure. We got to
look for the tall guy.
All right.
What is it? Glowing bone white skin.
Gosh.
Extra pale.
10 foot tall. 10 feet tall. That's.
I mean, he's obviously towering over the whole crowd.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming Hong Kong's a lot of short people.
Yeah. Dang. All right. Well, I'm gonna search up if there's any psycho killers.
Okay. Let's go for it. be the picture of it? Let's click on this.
Torture.
Dean. Holy crap, Dean.
What? Houston and Pasadena?
Oh, heck no.
Yes, I like two teenage college, David.
You said mass murder.
Oh, he helped two teenaged. Alamo Ryan. The crimes who became known as Houston mass murderers came to light after Henry Philly shot. The case was considered a war example ceremony in United States history. Car victims were
1970, 1973. See? That's when things went down, guys.
Alright, back in the day. Lured with the offer of a party, a lift to one of the various addresses which resided between 1970 to 1973. They would be restrained either by forced or reception, and it was killed by either strangulation or shooting with a .22 caliber pistol.
Gosh dang, dude.
Buried 18 of their victims and rented a boat shed for other victims buried in woodland near, like, woodland? Dang.
Near Lake Sam Raven.
Dang. One victim was buried on a beach in Jefferson County. Where's that? Jefferson, southern East Texas. At least 6 victims was buried on a beach on Bel Air Peninsula. Galveston County. Charlie was known as a candy man.
Oh, it's always the candy man, bro.
Because he and his family absolutely owned and operated a candy factory in Houston Heights.
Eesh.
He had been known to give free candy to local children.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is your...
U.S.? Oh, it was in the U.S.
Oh, my gosh.
How tall are you?
But I don't see the long hair, guy. You know, like I'm
Well, I thought he said black hair, long
black hair.
Did it was in his face?
I'm assuming it was in his face, right?
Or what
Because
if it was
she
long?
didn't say like he was a white man or you know, blue eyes. Did she say no facial? She didn't say anything about his face.
Seeing if anything.
For some reason, I think of long hair, I go straight to the Addams Family with that long hair.
Oh, yeah,
can't see
for
nothing.
sure, yeah.
That's what I go to.
Yeah. Curses of okay. Where's that?
Alright, check it,
Who's the Beaumont to live with his mother? Beaumont?
Holy moly.
Murders, alright, that's what elected Heights. Oh,
29 victims.
Dang. Ages
Males.
13 to 20.
This ain't our guy, bro.
He said it was males.
So yeah, we're all males. I mean, that's what it says.
Oh, all males? Where?
All
victims
victims
were males. That's not our guy.
Hey, Cranberry.
Yeah. Well, maybe that night he didn't want males, or I don't know. But yeah.
That's right, she lived.
Right.
It's like,
Candyman. What if it was a Candyman?
Dude. I don't know.
And he had a candy business, so wouldn't be
That's
surprised he had a business suit on.
Yeah.
And maybe the store was, it was fruit, but maybe I forgot it was candy instead of fruit.
Was she hoping the candy came out? Like it was an actual fruit? Gosh,
Right.
dang, dude. I think let's...
The Lost Boys.
That's a good movie. Oh, what the?
Long hair.
Alright,
long hair.
that's giving me damn,
Long hair.
you know what that's giving me?
What?
Sinister vibes.
Where I know the pictures.
Yeah. For y'all that haven't seen the movie Sinister 1 and 2,
Yeah.
check it out. It's a really good movie.
Yeah, it is. Or actually, let me see. Killers who likes with long hair.
It still comes up.
see if he given fruit. Little drove. Nah.
Let's try. Let's do a search because of strange man drops off bag of fruit at door.
Basket or bag?
Bag of fruit at door. Fruit snacks.
Look, strange guy offering treats at your doorstep.
That guy's weird. Alright, maybe,
Mystery box demon teases a gift. The homeowner in Pennsylvania get quite a scare ring camera Tuesday when they were visit someone proclaiming to be a box demon.
That's weird. Don't open that box. Oh, this is news. What?
March
A
12th.
gift.
Deliver the box. Person will get a ring camera saying I'm a box demon. Somewhere appears to me a large. Oh, flowers. Yeah. I never heard that one before, but box demon. I watch out for him.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know you. I don't care what you leave on my doorstep.
All right. Well, shoot. Closest we got is the man in Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's closest for sure.
Yeah.
So the question is, would you have checked out the bag? Would you have opened it?
No, I would probably.
What was a bag of money?
Yeah, that's true. No, still, man. Like you said, I would have had at least a gun or something with me. Just
But would you have opened the bag? Is the question.
Oh yeah, I would open the bag. Yeah, but like.
Whatever.
Open the gun. Boom! Fruit everywhere.
What if opening like miss?
You go to sleep.
Wake up in the black car.
Oh my God. Wake up in the floor. It's freaking Saw.
Oh,
you're in a game. Dang.
Saw, freaking Jigsaw.
Right.
Dude, I don't.
The suit. It had a head like a pig.
He did. I was thinking about that. I was
Just
like, that's.
Pig head.
I wish I knew more about this story. Call her next time. Maybe give us a little bit more info on the year and time. If it is in this era, that's you're marked. You're marked. Someone's coming after you. I'm sorry. If it's back in the day, could be a nice gesture.
Yeah.
But still coming from a psychopath. I guarantee you.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah. No other thing. It could have been maybe a ghost, maybe her imagination, but it's very unlikely. I think she did see someone drive up there, and especially he's trying to open the door is bad intent, because just don't try to open anybody's door like that.
Especially not in the country.
Especially not in the country.
You're not doing that.
Yeah, I think it was someone that came up to that door and wanted to do some harm, or was not someone that nice, So.
I agree.
If they didn't open the door and just left the fruit there, okay, or knocked and then left the fruit there, then no one opened the door, then that's fine. That's random person's getting fruit.
Wrong house, right?
Yeah, but when someone's opening your door like that, yeah, you just.
Actually, not a wrong house. You don't mistake that driveway.
Right? I know.
There's no way.
Nah.
I don't know, guys.
Or he was just going to each door, each driveway, and until the work person opened the door.
Boom!
With the 22.
You put the 22! Kenny man!
Right.
Oh, gosh.
But, yeah,
that's true. No one knows what. It's either you open it, you die.
Yeah.
If you don't, you win a bag of fruit.
Yeah. So.
That's a crazy game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open that door.
Alright.
Any day of the week, and I am looking at that bag. Right? I am gonna see what's in there.
Yeah. Remember, open doors to strangers.
Yeah, don't open doors to strangers. No. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, that's gonna wrap up the stories for today.
First video,
guys. Please comment which video was your favorite. Let us know what y'all think.
And also, real quick, we have a vacation coming up to Oklahoma.
Absolutely, guys. Stay tuned for that
Stay tuned
one.
for that. That's just gonna tell you that. Just be prepared for that. That's gonna be pretty cool. So.
That one we may be doing a little bit more different video on that one, guys. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Let's like this video. Let's put some comments down.
Yeah. Again,
let's know.
Y'all send emails to the email down in the description.
Send us your stories, guys.
.mp3 or .mp4 file, and yeah, keep it coming.
Type your story up.
Yeah.
I'll read that sucker.
Yeah, we'll read it. Yeah. Type a story. If you don't want to talk, just type it. We can just
let it out, guys. Let's share your stories. Let's keep it spooky, right? Let's keep it stupid. We always gonna keep it stupid. Right. Let's keep it spooky as well. Comment down below which one is your favorite story. Yeah. Mine, I'm gonna go ahead and say, was probably the trapdoor. I'm gonna say that one was pretty good. Never going into a double bathroom.
Right.
Like that. I'm not doing it.
Well, I agree with you. Mine was
that was my favorite.
Was trapdoor as well.
They were all good.
Yeah.
They were all good. That one was my favorite out of the three, guys. Let's get into the city maybe next time. Let's see some stories in the city, right?
Yeah.
I think let's get out of Texas and let's get into the city next time.
For sure.
Because I'm not going to the country anytime soon. Cause
yeah, right, for sure. Yeah.
I ain't going, dude.
Well, in Oklahoma, we're going to the country.
Oh, rip.
But again, it don't have to be. The stories can be scary, to ghosts, to aliens encounter, to unknown, anything. So.
Anything, guys. Yeah. Let's hear some Bigfoot stories. Let's hear some alien encounters.
Yeah.
I want to hear them. I want to hear them all.
I love it.
We'll be sharing some stories later in our podcast and a couple next shows.
Yep.
But I think we're gonna sign off.
Yeah, that's it. And again, welcome to Cousins of the Crypt.
Welcome to Cousins of the Crypt, guys. Appreciate y'all listening. We're gonna catch y'all next time.
Alrighty.
We'll see ya.
See ya.
What are you doing, big brain?